was early in the season. RH didn't have their big fella in the middle, Amir, and both coaches, when I talked to them this week, said, we throw that game out. This is a brand new moment here, and I'm excited to see how this one plays out.
Rebound comes down for the red and green, and we'll do the best we can with the numbers that we have available. They're very hard to see. There's Dominic Gonzalez. He was part of the team last year for Jamestown. Jaden Johnson has it up out top. Swings it around the other way to Gonzalez. Kicks it back in the corner. Back up out top to Gonzalez again. Swinging the other side. That's Pena Bianco who puts it up and in. And the first points of the game go to the red and green.
Well, that was Elijah Farmer. That's just
no.
Pena Bianco with the pass and Farmer with the finish.
These guys, these experience for Jamestown, been in this game before, and a lot of senior laden team here for Jamestown, who's no stranger to this game. Down there a lot, and now Rush-Henrietta trying to get on the board, and the layup was missed by Avery Council, and now back the other way comes the red and green. It's Dominic Gonzalez who tries to drive through, and the foul called on the play on the outside, and we played a minute 12 in the game, and our first foul comes up, and it will be out of bounds possession for the red and green. It's in. It's intercepted, and it's on the floor, and now picked up by the Royal Comets. Come up trying the slam. That's something we see a lot of from the Royal Comets. Jalen Taggart tried it, and a foul against the Royal Comets will go back the other way, back to Jamestown.
Yeah, tough break for RH. There had the turnover. Taggart missing the dunk and then going for the loose ball. Gets called for the foul.
Comes the red and green again. Formerly the Red Raiders, changing their name to the red and green before last season. Gonzalez swings it around the other side, and an offensive foul called against Jamestown, illegal screen, and a turnover. And again, Doug, I think we see a little bit what we saw in the last game here, where these jitters trying to get into the game of the flow. And once we get moving, I think we'll see a pretty high scoring affair.
Yeah, big game. Both of these teams used to the big crowds and the big courts. Going to feel each other out a little bit here at the start.
And there's a three-pointer. It's short, rimming out, and now back the other way. Here comes Jamestown. Quickly racing down the court, setting it up from the corner. Three is no good. High rebound, and Council comes down with this one. Or Taggart, rather, comes down with this one, come back and down the other way. Right to the 10, up and in. Talia Ali tried to put it through. Comes down, another rebound back to Jamestown. Rush still scoreless through nearly 2.5 minutes. Jamestown for three. Good! That's number 23, Jaden Johnson from the top of the key. 5-0, red and green.
Yeah, Johnson's their guy, the ECIC Player of the Year this year. Big-time scorer, 23 points a game.
Quinn Brown kicking it off to Avery Council. So spinning through. Tala Ali in the paint. So good. Rebound coming back down, and pulled down the other way, and now back the other direction comes the red and green as Dominic Gonzalez heading back in the other direction. Kicking it off to Pena Bianco. There's a three-pointer. It's no good, and rebound back down to the Royal Comets as Jaquin Brown racing back down the other way. Avery Council. Council trying to spin off of it, pops it back out. Long three is good for Jalen Taggart. And the Royal Comets on the board, 5-3.
Yeah, Taggart, big-time scorer, scores at all three levels, and he showed you his range right there. Jamestown's got to guard him all over the floor.
And driving up and through, tried to spin through that one as Dominic Gonzalez lost that one, and now it's kicked back aside. And now from the baseline, shot won't go. Rebound back down. There's a long three again for the Royal Comets. Front rim's out all the way down. Saved by Jamestown, but recovered by the Royal Comets, and Jalen Taggart puts it in and ties the game. It's 5-5.
Yeah, great instincts by Taggart. Easy to pick that one off and get an easy bucket. And RH back in it.
Back the other direction. There's a three-pointer for Dominic Gonzalez. Knocking down a three. 8-5, Jamestown.
And Gonzalez is a returning starter from last year, as you mentioned. Over 40% from three-point range, so swishing from three, no fluke for Mr. Gonzalez.
Pass inside, and nice job to find Jaquin Brown. Able to put it up and in, and now a one-point game. Nearly 5 minutes played here in the opening quarter. And Jamestown leading it 8-7.
Yeah, this is the pace we kind of expected. Jamestown averaging 72 points a game. Rush-Henrietta averaging 67 points a game. Kind of expected this is going to be up and down. It's going to be a fun one.
Shot is blocked by Amir Bradford underneath. And as you mentioned, he didn't play in the last game between these teams.
Yeah, Amir Bradford has such a huge impact on this RH team, just with his presence on the floor, and you saw it there.
Kick back out for three is good. And now it's back to a 4-point lead again for Jamestown.
That's Jaden Johnson again. You're seeing his leading scorers. Taggart's got 5, Johnson's got 5. Those are both 20-plus point per game scorers, and they're exchanging blows right now.
So back out.
Taggart.
There's a 3 for Taggart.
Feeling
it. 11-10.
He's feeling it from way downtown.
Dominic Gonzalez putting it through. Kicks it across the side, bench side. Swinging it back the other way. Gonzalez from the corner for 3 is long. Rebound offensively for Jamestown, and they put it up and in.
It was Elijah Farmer again. He's a double-double kid, 16 and 10 on the season. Gets a lot of his points that way, just hustling, staying with the play, knowing where to be on missed shots, nose for the ball.
This one back up out top. Taggart up, no good. Rebound come back down, and the rebound pulled down by Jamestown. Now quickly back in the other direction, swinging it back out. Here's a 3-point try again for the red and green as Jaden Johnson knocks it down. And a 16-point opening quarter so far for the red and green.
Yeah, Johnson filling it up from downtown. Taggart doing it for Rush-Henrietta. And Johnson for Jamestown right now.
Good up, and a foul on the play, and this is going to be the second one against Jamestown.
That's a look at Johnson's 3. Had plenty of time out there. He made Rush-Henrietta pay for losing track of him. And, you know, a young man like that, 23 points per game. He's a top 5 scorer in Jamestown basketball history, which is saying a lot. A lot of great players and great scorers went through that program. If you're RH, you can't lose track of that young man.
First foul shot for Tal Ali is no good. And they'll go to the line and shoot one more. The minute 53 to go here in the first. Remember the winner to next Thursday's New York State semifinal, 7:45 next Thursday in Binghamton. Rush pulling down the offensive rebound off of a foul shot. It's Taggart. Swinging it other side. There's a 3. Is no good on that one, and the rebound came down, and now back the other way. Here comes the red and green. That was Ali who missed that one, by the way. Swinging it back. That's 23 Johnson. Went to the corner and now lost it. And now back the other way. Turnover for Jamestown, and now Rush will start it again. Cycling through goes Avery Council. Now back out to Taggart for 3. Front rims it out, and one and done for the Royal Comets as the rebound is pulled down. And now Farmer pulled that one down, and now kicking back inside. Swinging it back up out top, faking a 3, thought about it, now pulls it back. Approaching a minute to go here in the first. Now swung to the corner, now pulling it back up in front. And from the paint, front of the elbow, able to knock it down. That's number 1, Dominic Gonzalez.
Gonzalez having a good first quarter here as Jamestown gets a little cushion on the scoreboard as we wrapped up this first quarter.
So layup won't go. Rebound comes down. Interestingly enough, you see Jamestown playing that 2-3. You know, you've seen Rush shoot over top of some of those zones that are played, and we'll see if the 2-3 continues to be successful. Only 10 points for the Royal Comets in the opening quarter, and Jamestown can hold for 1 if they'd like. There's about a 5-second different shot clock to game clock right now. Gonzalez swings it, corner 3 for Johnson. Rims out, and now Rush will come back the other way. Bringing this up, and no good. And now Rush with 17 seconds. I would assuredly think they may hold for the last shot this time, Doug.
Yeah, they're going to work it down for the last shot here, see if they can get a double-digit lead.
Johnson on the dribble handoff. To Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the floater in the lane and rolls around and in. And Jamestown with a 10-point lead after 1, Doug.
A great shot by Gonzalez. He challenged Bradford the 6'7" rim protector for Rush-Henrietta. Here's a look at it. Beats his defender. Pretty teardrop and a 10-point lead for Jamestown.
It's Jamestown 20, Rush-Henrietta 10. You're watching the NFHS Network.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail. Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make it.
Welcome back to Gates Charlie High School. Rush-Henrietta and Jamestown Class AAA Western Regional winner to Binghamton next week, and Jamestown leading Rush-Henrietta by a score of 20-10 after the first, and Jamestown starts possession here in the second. As Jalen Johnson tried to drive around and a push-off on the play, it'll be out of bounds. Doug, what was your thoughts on that first quarter?
Well, Jamestown got into a nice flow, got some open looks at the basket. Rush-Henrietta felt like they were a little bit tight. They did get in transition a few times. Taggart really saved them with a couple of bombs from three-point land. Otherwise, this could be a real ugly situation. But I think, RH didn't play the cleanest first quarter. I expect them to tighten this up here in the second quarter.
20-10 is the score, 7:45 to go in the first half. And after the tip out, still be Jamestown possession as it's thrown into Jaden Johnson. Johnson around to Gavin Johnson, tried to throw that one up, and it's no good, and Rush gets the stop, and now the Royal Comets will come back the other way. The former University of Buffalo standout, coaching the Royal Comets, Calvin Betts. And Billy Miley, the coach of Jamestown, replacing Hall of Famer. Replacing Ben Drake.
Yeah, Billy Miley, was great to talk with him this week. Spent 20 years as the JV coach, so he's waited a long time for his shot, and he's doing a great job with his team.
Looking for back-to-back trips to the Final Four as Avery Council puts it in for the Royal Comets. And the first basket of the second quarter goes to Rush-Henrietta. Now kick to the corner. There's a three ball for the Red Raiders, no good. Rebound bounces around up in the air, and here comes the Royal Comets back the other way. Cutting right to the 10 is Avery Council. Gets the basket and the foul, and Rush with a chance to cut this to a 5-point game.
Avery Council showed you a little bit there, a little hezzy, slows up. Now he explodes to the basket, extends for the finish. I mean, he's such a great athlete, so athletic, a great finisher, really, really, really good basketball player.
And the three-point play is completed. And it's 20-15, Jamestown. Across the timeline. This one back to Jaden Johnson, who puts it up and in, and the first points of the second quarter for Jamestown. 7-point lead again for the red and green.
Jamestown having a little success getting 2 feet into the paint right now against Rush-Henrietta. They need to tighten up that perimeter D and make things a little tougher on Jamestown.
Sped off that one, shot bounce around, hits top back, out of bounds, and possession to Jamestown. So Red Raiders will get it underneath their own basket. Start with things here. Slow dribbles up for the red and green. Dominic Gonzalez had it. Back to Johnson, who tried to lay it up, and Rebound came down for the Royal Comets, and quickly back in transition comes Rush-Henrietta. Taggart from the corner for three, no good. And rebound coming back down and handled there and by Jamestown, and they'll take it back the other way. Swinging this one, trying to get around it. Now kicks it back outside. Little floater in the lane is good. And Jamestown back to a 9-point lead.
It's the second time we've seen that floater from Gonzalez. He is really good with that shot. Little equipment repair here.
Yeah,
stopping the action.
Yeah.
But there again, you saw a good ball movement resulting in another Jamestown player getting 2 feet in the paint, with the finish, and Rush-Henrietta's really got to tighten up.
Here's Jerome Ward looking to Taggart, back to Ward, around the other side to Council, back to Ward again. Ward surveying to Council for three. Is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Carson Payne-Bianco. His brother, Zach, former Jamestown Red Raider, and Zach Payne-Bianco played for the Red Raiders team coached by Ben Drake that played in Glens Falls in the state championship game against powerhouse Mount Vernon back a while ago.
Little high school hoops history here from Sammy.
That's right.
Well done.
Well, I knew because they beat Aranda quite in the regionals. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Here comes the Royal Comets again. There's a three, no good off back iron, and rebound pulled down by the red and green, and now Jamestown will try to start it up again. Payne-Bianco kicks it corner to Gonzalez for three. Is long. Rebound back to Rush-Henrietta. They'll come back in transition quickly and fouled out there. And not a bad foul there for Jamestown. It is the third team foul, though. And so with 4:50 to go, only one more foul to give for the red and green.
Yeah, not a bad foul. That was going to be an easy basket.
This one in. Brings it to Bradford. Bradford trying to spin in the lane, up too strong off the glass, and rebound pulled down by Jamestown.
It's a good contest by Farmer there to alter the shot.
Get it out and up and in for Jamestown, and now it's an 11-point lead, biggest lead of the game for Jamestown.
Well, we've seen Johnson light it up from three, and we see him there getting all the way to the 10 with the finish.
What did you say? I know that the big guy didn't play the last time, but what would you say, or what sort of an advantage can you take from a perspective that you played against us and you know kind of what to expect when you play? Is there any sort of advantage for either side here?
Well, it's hard to say because they played so long ago and teams can change so much throughout the season that it's tough to draw a whole lot from that one game.
4 team fouls now against Jamestown, so Rush is going to be shooting for the rest of the half. Bradford pulling it down off the rebound, and Bradford puts it off the window, up and in. Yeah. Remember, Rush-Henrietta faced Greece Athena the same week and then had to travel to Jamestown. Greece Athena, of course, in the AA regional. There's a three. Good for Gonzalez.
And another good look for Jamestown. They're getting good looks at the basket, and they're cashing in right now. Rush-Henrietta saw the offensive rebound and put back by Bradford, and that's more what they need from him. He needs to have more of a thumbprint, fingerprint on this game than he's had to this point.
Tried to lay in, too strong on the hook shot. Next one goes up and in for the Royal Comets as Jaquin Brown puts it in, and now it's 29-19.
That's 2 straight possessions where Rush-Henrietta got offensive rebounds and putbacks for buckets.
Gonzalez kicks it out, riding through, Euro step in, and foul on the play by veteran official Jeff Miller. It'll be 2 shots for the red and green. They'll go to the line here to try to extend this 10-point lead. 3 minutes to go until the break.
One of the keys for Rush-Henrietta was to keep these Jamestown guards and wings in front of them, keep them on the perimeter, and they haven't been doing a great job of that. These Jamestown guards and wings have been able to penetrate, like you saw there, putting Bradford in a perilous position where he ended up having to get the foul there. But, RH on the perimeter's got to do a little better job of keeping these Jamestown players out of the paint. and denying the middle of the basket, or the middle of the floor.
Second one is long and out, and Bradford pulls down the rebound off the foul shot. So it's 11 with 3 to go here in the opening half. There, dumped it in, spinning around and up and in for Avery Council, and a timeout for Jamestown. That's our first timeout of the game here, and it looks like Jamestown taking a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, 30. That was easy money for Avery Council. Look at it. He just shows in the middle of the zone, turns, gets no resistance from the lower defender of the Jamestown zone. And I'm sure that's why Coach Miley called that timeout, to kind of tighten up that zone, because that shot was way too easy for Council. But a big bucket for RH. They get this under a 10-point lead now.
So 2:58 to go here in the first half. It'll be baseline out of bounds. And start it up. The pass in, and it will be red and green possession. Lead down to 9 for Jamestown.
2-3 zone here from Rush-Henrietta. They will give you a lot of different looks defensively throughout the course of the game, try to take you out of your rhythm offensively.
It's a long 3, maybe forced by that 2-3, and look, they forced a stop there as a step on the line, and now Rush will get possession back.
Well, looks like Jamestown's going to stay in their 2-3. We'll see what kind of adjustment they make defensively after that easy bucket by Council on the last possession.
Avery Council. Jalen Taggart. They're trying to set it up. Bradford setting the ball screen. Bradford backing up. Kick to the corner. So trying to do something with it, and swings it back across the other side. It's Brown. Back up out top for Council for 3 is good. And the Comets have cut it to 6 here with 2 minutes to go in the first half.
A great job by Council. Jamestown went to sort of more of a matchup zone. Top defender fouled the cutter, which left space for Council out top to knock down that 3.
The other way, Gonzalez in the lane, a little floater.
He's been wreaking havoc in the lane right now for Jamestown.
Back to an 8-point game again. Nice pass inside, and Coach Miley was not happy. He thought that was all ball, but foul on the play, and Rush will go to the line, shoot 2.
And here's a look at that 3 from Council. You saw him find some space, good movement, good person movement by Rush-Henrietta in that possession, and then Gonzalez answered with another basket in the paint for Jamestown to keep the lead at 8.
Council, first one is no good, too strong, and out. 2 fouls, 5-2 right now in favor of the Royal Comets. Second one.
Somebody was in the lane.
Whistled, and I call a violation, and so another shot for Rush-Henrietta. So they missed on both of them so far, and a chance on this third one to get one. Got it. Interestingly enough, you see Rush 3 guys back on the foul shots too. Minute and a half to go. It's 32-25. There on top. Spinning around is Jaden Johnson. Up top to Gonzalez. The other way, another turnover for the red and green. Comets active out there in that zone. Creating that turnover.
It's paid some dividends for Rush-Henrietta, and Mr. Council is heating up. You know, when you've got a player like Council who has such a varied game and such a good IQ, he can really punish his zone. You're seeing him do that now. These last few possessions, he's scored it in the middle. He stepped out and made it 3, and then he makes the elbow jumper there. He's really attacking this Jamestown zone and finding spots to get his shots off.
Down the baseline, Farmer kicks it in. Now it goes back inside again. He'll back it out. Up and no good. Offensive rebound at Jamestown. We'll see if they elect to pull it back, and it'll tip off a hand and out. We'll see if they'll set something up here with 24 seconds to go in a 5-point lead. And it can be last shot coming up.
Shot clock is off, so we'll see if they can hold it and possess it here for 24 seconds, make Rush-Henrietta defend for that long.
They will slow things down. Jaden Johnson.
Nope. Coach Betts pulls them back, says let's stay in our defense.
Sits in the corner. On for three. Fouled on the three-point play. And it'll be 3 shots for the red and green. So drawing the contact there. And 3 shots for Jamestown.
Yeah, that was a foul. Brown was a little overzealous in trying to deny that 3-point shot, and he got into the shooter's space. Saw the replay there, and good call by the referee.
First one for Jaden Johnson is up and good. So it's 34-27. No, am I right? No, it is 33-27. Second one for Johnson is up and good. Now it's 34-27. Just 4.9 to go here in the first half. Is up and good. And we'll see if the Royal Comets can get a shot away. The clock started a little bit late. It was intercepted by Jamestown. They'll get a chance at this one. It's up, and the buzzer is good. Intercepting the inbound pass, and the red and green will go to the locker room with an 11-point lead, 38-27. Let's see if we can take a look at this one again, Doug.
Yeah, Gonzalez picked it off, and we talked about how great his floater was. Basically a floater from downtown, off the glass and in. What a sequence for Jamestown. 6 points in the last 4 seconds of the game, of the half. And that lead goes to double digits. Huge.
Rush had cut it down to 5 points, and sure enough, back up to 11 again.
Yeah, here's a look at it again. Basically a floater from the Monroe County Section 5 logo. Kisses, and then they're sprinting on a high to the locker room. Jamestown, double-digit lead.
38-27, red and green. Back for the second half from Gates Chi-Li. Coming up here on the NFHS Network.
We need more officials across the country because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
You know, I'm a person too.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously. Yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials across the country because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
You know, I'm a person too.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail. Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously. Yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials across the country because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Gates Shiloh High School in Gates, New York, live on the NFHS Network, the 2025 New York State Boys Basketball Regionals between the Jamestown Red and Green and the Rush-Henrietta Royal Comets here in Class AAA. And Sam Schreier here with Doug Kriego. And Doug, first half, Jamestown doing a real good job to get this lead back to 11.
Yeah, that was a huge sequence at the end. Like I said, 6 points in the last, almost less than 5 seconds.
Crazy.
And puts a different look on the scoreboard right now.
38-27. Bradford to Council. Corner to Taggart. Taggart trying to dribble around Payne Bianco, try to drive the baseline and into the zone. It's intercepted, and Bianco had it back, and a three is no good. And Jamestown off the offensive rebound. Up and beside, top to Johnson, kick it corner to Farmer, and lost that one out of bounds, and a turnover by the Red and Green.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers to start the second half here. You see Jamestown in man now. But they sat in that 2-3 for most of the first half.
Taggart into Ali. Had it off a spin. Kick back to Council for 3. It's no good. Rebound bouncing around and pulled down by the Red and Green. Back in transition, off the window, up and in. And the biggest lead of the game is 13. It's right now to the Red and Green 40-27.
Now that was pretty. You saw Johnson look up, find his teammate streaking. Oh, we got a.
I think Jeff Miller speaking.
Talking to Kelvin Betts.
Be out of the box.
Betts didn't like something, but here's a look at the play by Jamestown. You see Johnson looking ahead, finding his teammate, getting behind the defense, burning Rush-Henrietta for an easy 2.
This one off the inbound, Avery Council. Council to the basket and in. And back to 11.
Yeah, that's a favorable matchup for Rush-Henrietta. As good of a player as Gonzalez is, Council's got the speed and the strength in a one-on-one matchup. Speaking of tough matchups.
Wow. Jaden Johnson knocking it down for 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that young man is
good. He's a good
very
player.
Impressive. My first time seeing him live here this year, and count me amongst his fans.
And that's went through. Tried to get it through, and this defense is just taking over right now to the basket, up and in, and a timeout for no timeout. The balloon came onto the court, actually. It's a balloon timeout. But I think he's trying to call timeout now.
We watched Johnson, a contested 3 from moments ago on the replay.
There it is. Timeout, Rush-Henrietta. The lead has ballooned to 16 here in the third, and Calvin Betts calling a timeout, a full timeout. Back for more here on the NFHS Network. 45-29 here in the Class AAA Section 5, Section 6 Western Regional. Sam Schreier, Doug Kriego with you. The winner to Glens Fall, or I keep saying it, I know it there. The winner to Binghamton next weekend, and another, nope, saved in, almost another turnover for Rush-Henrietta. 7:45 game time next Thursday night for this side of the bracket. Final four in Binghamton. 3 straight years down there at the down in Binghamton.
And the next 3 years, I said they do a good job down there. It's not Glens Falls, but still a good experience for the players and the fans that head down there.
Some through, back up out top. Taggart looking, now kicks it. Other side to Council. Council into the paints and up and in at the end of the shot clock. 45-31.
Just so tough. Uses that explosive first step, gets his shoulder under the defender to get position for the drive, and then a pretty soft finish. Really impressed with Avery Council.
Spun off. Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking, playing catch. Back and forth. And into the paint. Off the glass, off and in. And the rebound put in by Johnson, and it's 47-31.
Johnson staying with the play. Opportunistic there on the offensive rebound, the easy bucket.
Ali. Council. Surveying to Taggart. Taggart trying to spin off of it. Taggart for 3 is good. And Jalen Taggart knocking it down.
He did a great job using that ball screen. Came in tight, ripped the defender off, and then kind of leaned like he was going to drive to create a little space for that jumper and knock it down. That's good work by Jalen Taggart.
Tried to slip it in, and now back the other way. Here they come, and no good, and rebound came back down, and Green recover it. His pass is intercepted by Ali. Ali into the basket, and you put it in.
Here's a look at Taggart working off that screen. Peels off the defender, kind of leans like he's going to drive. Creates just enough space, knocks down the open jumper. Good offense by Mr. Taggart. And Ali, good job. 2 straight turnovers now created by Rush-Henrietta. And Ali gets to the line.
And first one is up and good. Ali knocks it down, 47-35. So trimmed off 4 points off the lead. Now a chance to get it to an 11-point game, and it is. The X free throws. Let's see. Comets set up now. 2-2-1. See how Jamestown will break this one. Have to get it across. And they do. Now a pass in. Fake the pass up a layup. Now for a 3 is no good. And look at Rush did what they wanted to do, right? They got Jamestown out of the rhythm and able to get it back, and now a chance to get it to single digits.
Yeah, disrupt them a little bit there, and a great effort.
And it is single digits as Council puts it in, and it's 47-38.
Council really putting his stamp on this game here in the second half as Rush-Henrietta draws a little closer. There's Council again.
And off the press, they're able to get it, take it to the basket. Layup won't go too strong, and Jamestown comes back down with the rebound. A chance there would have been huge. Now look at this. Look at the swing the other way, over the back, able to pull the rebound down. Council, and now they call a foul the other way.
Yeah, that was
tough one.
Yeah, Brown Brown anticipated contact on that drive.
Yeah.
The contact didn't come, and he just overextended a little bit on that Rush-Henrietta transition play.
So Coach Miley calling timeout to talk about how to break this press. We'll come back. Jamestown by 9 here on the NFHS Network.
You know, I'm a person too.
High school sports fans, relive your favorite moments. Just click the shopping cart below the video player to get your digital copy today.
This high school gym used to be packed most nights. Not anymore. Do you know why? Because bad behavior by fans, especially adults, has caused a shortage of game officials across the country. You see, without officials, we can't have sports. Don't let this become reality. It's time for a change. Let's bench bad behavior for good.
Welcome back to Gates Chi-Li. It's 47-38 here in the Western Regionals, and Doug, Royal Comets on a run here.
Yeah, they're chipping away at this lead here. They got a little momentum going. They got a little flow going. We'll see if Jamestown can stem that tide and hang on to this lead.
Off the spin, Taggart had to go up, and a foul on the play. And now Royal Comets have a chance to get this down to 7 at the line.
Jalen Taggart to the line. His brother, Jermaine Taggart, is a terrific high school player at McQuaid. Went on and had a nice career finishing up at Roberts Wesleyan. And I can imagine the games in the driveway between these two. Brothers going at it, two great basketball players.
Got all kinds of talent out here. Council related to the Bonaventures, Melvin Council.
Yep.
They're not brothers, they're cousins, I think.
Cousins, yeah. Avery and Mel are cousins, but that's another one. When those two get together, that must be a knockdown slugfest in the driveway, too.
47-39. The red and green by 8. Try to get back to the New York State's Final Four. This one in the lane. It's kicked to the corner. Baseline, no good. Rebound bounces up in the air. It's pulled down by Dominic Gonzalez. Back up on top again. There's a long three. It's no good. High in the air. Bradford grabbed it, and it went off the hand, and last touched by Jamestown. So again, a chance here, Doug. You know, if you get it to 5 with a 3, and let's see.
Yeah, big possession here for Rush-Henrietta as we wind down under 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
There's a 3, and it is 5! Right between the eyes for Jalen Taggart. 47-42, closest the Royal Comets have been since the end of the second. And right back the other way, breaking the press nicely this time is the red and green. Jamestown putting it in. Gavin Johnson puts it in for Jamestown.
Gavin Johnson checked into the game off the bench a couple of minutes ago, and Johnson, the other Johnson, Jaden Johnson, made that play happen.
And we get an offensive foul the other way.
There's a replay as we look at Council finding Taggart. And what you're seeing again with both of these teams is this moment, this stage.
Yep.
It isn't too big for any of these kids. I mean, all these kids, what do the kids say? They want all the smoke. That's right. That's what these guys, they want it, and they're making big shots and big plays at both ends.
Floater in the lane by Gonzalez. Off the turnover, 51-42. And Doug, just like that, it's back to 9.
Well, if you have a young player at home that wants to learn how to execute a floater, have him see Mr. Gonzalez, because that young man has that shot down.
There's a 3, no good. Rebound on a foul on the play. Off the rebound.
Here's a look at the last drive by Gonzalez.
There it is. Watch this. Right from the foul line.
Pulls it up and makes it rain on the teardrop.
Play.
Fun to watch. Good action on both ends here in this one. So we get under a minute almost in the third quarter.
It's 51-42. Rush still in that 2-2-1. No trapping there. I think they were just trying to slow him down a little bit that time. As they pop this one back out. Johnson. Tough shot, yeah.
Tough shot. Really well defended by Council, but Johnson just a little bit of a fade and rose up and knocked it down. That's a big-time shot. Contested.
So back up again. Zinch trying to get it into Bradford. Bradford swings it back. Going to Avery Council, missed that one. Council gets it back again, off the window, no good, and the rebound finally pulled down by Jamestown and nearly intercepted by the Royal Comets, who tried to save it, went back to Jamestown again, and the red and green back the other way, thought about a three, pulls it back now with 13, three, there's good! The kid's incredible, isn't he?
That was Farmer, I think.
Yeah, he's in there. He's too.
That was a big time shot, and just good ball movement, sharing the ball by Jamestown.
As Council puts it in at the end of the quarter. And watch this. Here's the. See, he thought about a three there.
Passes it up.
It is Council, or it was Farmer. You're right.
Yeah, Farmer with pretty shot, controlled, sharing the ball, getting the open shot, and knocking it down.
56-44. We head to the fourth here on the LFHS Network. (56-44) here at Gates Child Eye, the Class AAA Western Regional. Sam Schreier and Doug Kriego here with you, and the red and green are 8 minutes away from a return trip to the semifinals, where they lost to in AA last year to eventual champion Elmont. Jamestown trying to win a state championship. The Royal Comets trying to come back down 12. Not too familiar territory for the Royal Comets here. They get through, stolen by Rush-Henrietta, and they're able to break away on this one. Taggart. Getting through, Taggart with a little hook shot, and now it's back to 10.
Yeah, they're two stars there. Council with the steal, then Taggart using the pivot foot to get the shot in the bucket, and good start for RH with the stop and the transition basket.
Back across comes the red and green. Jaden Johnson. Nice pass inside to Farmer. He went up with it, and no contact. All ball there. The Royal Comets tried to go away, and it went out of bounds.
I think Coach
Betts
not wanted a foul there. Didn't get the call. He's not happy, but it's a play on here. Jamestown ball.
Coach Betts.
Well,
he's 6'46".
And Betts is he's fiery like all these coaches are. Coach Miley's no pushover there. They both coach their kids hard, and that's why these guys are here.
Sending that one back into the corner. Look at Johnson driving through the paint. Johnson and put it up, and he was trying to get the and one and fouled on the play, and he'll go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, we're seeing some big-time talent on this court here tonight. Johnson's just been uber impressive all night. Another impressive drive through traffic there and gets himself to the line.
First one is good. 57-46. There's Johnson again. Second one clean through. 12-point lead for the red and green now. 58-46. 6:23 to go here in the fourth. Comets with it. Council Ivan kicks it, corner, three, a little too strong. Offensive rebound came back down, covered by the Royal Comets. Bradford takes it, swings it back out to Council. There's another three, it's good for Jalen Taggart. 58-49, Rush not going away.
A big basket there, obviously, by Taggart. Big sequence for Rush-Henrietta to keep that possession alive, resulting in the big three. Now we'll see if Jamestown can answer.
9:46 to go here in the fourth. Gonzalez right through, lost it again, intercepted. Royal Comets back on a run out. They'll pull it back. Taggart again, and did not pull that one down. And the rebound came down for Rush-Henrietta as Council pulled it down, and he was fouled on the rebound, so Rush will get another shot. Here's the last possession for Rush.
Yeah, Taggart showing again the range. He's just got unlimited range out there. Very comfortable shooting of it downtown. And I was talking to Coach Betts earlier this week, and he encourages his kids. He wants them to have confidence when they take shots, so he really doesn't criticize their shot making. He wants them to have confidence. He wants them to be aggressive, and Taggart certainly has the green light from pretty much anywhere on the floor.
On three, kick backed out. Coming through the lane, no good, and another foul on the floor against Jamestown. Is coming off the rebound. They'll be out of bounds and kind of backed him away. So it'll be Rush possession.
You saw the vertical of Avery Council there.
Yeah.
I would have liked him just to gone strongly at the front of the rim, kind of double clutched it in the air and was a little off on the finish, but the athleticism and the strength of Council on display.
This one back out for three. It's front rim and out. Bounce and tipped out of bounds. It'll be back to the red and green. So Rush with two chances on that possession and unable to come through.
He had a pretty good look there from three. Couldn't get it to knock down. Now they're going to have to come up with a stop here because we tick close to 5 minutes left in the game.
This one pulled back by Gonzalez. Gonzalez get the other side. It's Farmer gets it in and puts it in.
A nice strong finish, baseline cut to the open spot by Farmer. And then he rises up and finishes strongly for a big bucket for Jamestown.
Try to dribble around it is the Royal Comets. There's a three, no good. Rebound off the glass on the offensive board. It's put up and in for the Royal Comets as Avery Council put that in to back to 9, and Rush-Henrietta takes a timeout with 4:33 to go here in the fourth. It's 60-51. You're watching Fast AAA Western Regionals here on the NFHS Network.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail. Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously. Yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials across the country because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
All right, back into live action here from Gates Chili as the red and green break the press. Comes back out. And Jamestown will start with it again. Dumped in. Now back up out top, trying to find the inside. Now kicks it to the corner for three. It is bouncing. It probably hit every side of the rim before it comes down. The Royal Comets will grab it. It'll be a foul on Jamestown. So heck of a job there.
Yeah, good look by Jamestown, or for Jamestown, getting a look from the corner with an open three. Couldn't get it to go. And nice job by Rush-Henrietta securing the rebound, limiting that second chance for Jamestown. I mean, we're just getting down to 4 minutes here. I like to refer to this as the championship rounds.
Yes.
Rush-Henrietta needs a knockout. They're down 9. They got to do something big here in these next 4 minutes to win this fight. Jamestown has to kind of hold serve, win a couple of rounds here in these last 4 minutes, and get out of here with a win. So we're going to see who rises up here these next 4 minutes.
Royal Comets can't really afford empty possessions either at this point.
No, they really can't. Both
score.
teams really, the keys are you're going to have to take care of the basketball, obviously, and also the defensive rebounding. You've got to limit the other team to one shot on misses.
Catch back and forth up top. Avery Council round in the lane. Council with the lay-in. Another rebound. It's popped up and in. Council grabbed that one, and now it's back to 7, under 4. Royal Comets need to stop now, so they got the score they needed.
Yeah, very manageable deficit right now for Rush-Henrietta, so Jamestown needs to continue to apply pressure here to keep this thing out of reach.
And there it is, another turnover. On the other side, Jamestown just got to slow down and try to get good possessions themselves.
Well, they got to be careful with the basketball. Like I said, you got to take care of the basketball. You got to limit Rush-Henrietta to one shot. You know, you saw a miss there, and then Council with an offensive rebound putback on the last possession. Jamestown's got to clean that up. Offensively, I still think they have to keep their foot on the gas and look to run when they can run.
And look at that, Doug, we're down to 5 now with 3:22 to go.
And Council has really hurt them when they put him at the free throw line against that 2-3 zone. You saw it again there.
Gonzalez going through, sends it down. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Johnson for 3 is good.
Big time.
Wow.
Big time player,
big time shot. Yes. 63-55.
And that was a huge shot there. Pushes it back up to 8 points as we get under 3 minutes.
Taggart. Driving. Sit in. Back iron. Bounces down. And we'll go back in the other direction.
Jamestown ball. Here's a look at Johnson again. Just can't give him any room out there, and he made him pay. 8-point lead, a chance to get to double digits here as we wind down under 2:30. Critical time in the game.
Here comes Jamestown. And catch Gonzalez up top. Johnson. Now driving through. In and a foul on the play, and the red and green will go to the line for 2.
James Jackson, I believe.
Yes, there. I think you're right.
Number 33,
yep.
Sophomore coming off the bench. Big spot here with free throws, but you know he got free down low, and they got the ball to him. And when you get a player that catches it that low, it's typically a bucket or a foul, and this one turns out to be a foul.
Second one for Jackson. Long out, and rebound coming back down to Jerome Ward. Now back in, and a foul on the play, and it'll be 2 shots.
A great quick answer there, necessarily quick answer there for Rush-Henrietta. Chance to score some points with the clock stopped, which is part of the formula for any kind of comeback they might pull off here, and Council with another impressive, explosive drive to the basket.
First one for Council, rolling and out. So they need those foul shots to go down, and that was a tough miss there. Avery Council, second one is out again, and 2 misses off the foul shots, and then ball out of bounds. That's tough for the Royal Comets.
Yeah, points obviously at a premium here. Just over 2 minutes to go, 9-point deficit. Full court press here. Got to lay it all out on the line now if you're Rush-Henrietta. And Jamestown just has to be smart, play with composure, be strong with the ball, make good decisions.
Hit corner. Back out to Gonzalez, who slow it down. Start off the dribble.
Really spreading the floor here, making Rush-Henrietta defend.
And Johnson. Outside. Now swinging it through. Now kick, corner, Gonzalez, no good, and rebound coming back to the Royal Comets. They'll come back the other way, and Rush unable to do something, and back the other way. Red and green score, and now it's an 11-point game with 1:23 to go, and Jamestown.
Was Jaden Johnson to the rescue again after a good long possession by Jamestown. Ate a lot of clock. Johnson with the pick. The English on the pass to his teammate and the easy bucket, and there's some people heading to the exits here. 11-point lead, 1:23 left to go. Jamestown in control.
Tough parking out there. I think they're trying to beat that parking. We'll be back for the conclusion here on the NFHS Network. (66-55), 1:23 to play. And Rush-Henrietta needs a basket real quick and a few turnovers. Now sent to the corner. There's a 3-ball. No good. Rebound up in the air. Another rebound offensively, and I think Hawk Bradford got the final tip there. 66-57, and now Rush just needs to foul. They still have fouls to give, so you're going to want to get the foul game here and try to extend this one.
They got to get 2 more before they get to, well, 1 more than the bonus after that. But yeah, good effort there by Brown on the putback in the last bucket. Got to get a quick foul here. Didn't
get it over. Did not get the foul. Almost got a turnover though. Had it in the. It does. So Rush gets a turnover.
Stepped out of bounds. Still chance here. Down 9. And when you've got a shooter like Taggart and a scorer like Council, anything's possible for Rush-Henrietta.
I don't know if they maybe gave them a timeout because
you're right.
They might have gave it a timeout. I think Jamestown he pointed, but I think they gave Jamestown a timeout. I think they held on to it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Good call.
Yep.
Sammy following the action here.
Yeah, I looked
the
up
whistle
there. Yeah. So 66-57, 30-second timeout for the Red and Green. Remember, winner of this one is headed to face either Port Washington or Half Hollow Hills East. Port Washington is 19-4. Half Hollow Hills East is 20-3. Half Hollow Hills East from Section 11. Section 8's Port Washington. That's Thursday night, 7:45 at Visions Arena.
Well, I haven't seen either of those two teams, but they're going to have their hands full with whoever comes out of this game. Looking like Jamestown at the moment, but both of these teams very capable of making a deep run.
Off the inbounds, you get the foul. So now 4 fouls. Usually that top bracket, you get some of the best, you got really, really, really big schools in that bracket.
Oh, yeah. Best of the best. Another heady timeout
there.
there.
I say that, but one of the teams in the regionals is Bishop Ludden, who's probably a C school or D. They may have moved them up out of Syracuse.
Okay.
Right? So, yeah. But they're in the regional tomorrow. So full timeout on the court, 66-57 here on the NFHS Network.
I'm a person too.
66-57. Inbounding is Payne Bianco. And the Comets trying to foul, and it ran on the rim and bounced down. So Royal Comets able to get this to a 2-possession game. If they hurry, it's up. No good. Rebound coming back down. Another rebound, and finally get it in. And they will call timeout here with the 7-point game at 25 seconds. And it looks like Rush still has 2 timeouts left.
Still 2 timeouts left. Still a little life here if they can get a quick turnover here and
say 30-second timeout, I think.
7. That's 3 possessions.
Yeah, still 3 possessions.
Tough,
I thought they made
tough.
that 3. It's okay. It's late.
Yeah, it's tough.
late.
It's tough.
Hey, we got a big day tomorrow too.
More action coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
we got 4 games tomorrow coming at you on the NFHS network.
Starting with the AA regional. Greece Athena back in that game for first time since, I think, I have to look it up again, but I think it's 2012. Facing Health Sciences tomorrow. That should be an interesting, contrasting styles of basketball tomorrow.
Yep. Should be fun. Another fun day. Fun night here. But tonight, the night belongs to Jamestown here, and Jaden Johnson. What a terrific player. What a terrific performance by him tonight. And what a terrific performance by this Jamestown team. I mean, they've got a lot of talent on this team. They got a lot of guys who can handle it, a lot of guys who can shoot it. Really, really tough matchup. Rush-Henrietta is a very good team. Tons of talent, very well coached. But they had their hands full tonight with this Jamestown squad and Jaden Johnson.
First one is up and in. And Doug, great season for the Royal Comets. Calvin's second season behind it and winning the sectional championship. And long 3 is good, and we'll call timeout again. It's down to 6 now, so a 2-possession game with 12 minutes.
Yeah, well.
Not impossible.
Not impossible. As a New York Knicks fan who lived through the Reggie Miller moment, I will tell you that anything is possible.
So a 6-point game. And red and green trying to get back. As I said, last year, you took a look at that 3-pointer. Red and green last year lost in the state semifinals in Class AA last year to the eventual state champions, Almont.
Almont
last year. Almont's won a couple state championships. They're not in this year, but they did win it last year and last time at Glens Falls. So looking forward to that trip next weekend too, Doug.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Heading to Binghamton.
Get to see this Jamestown team play again. A little more Jaden Johnson, maybe some more floaters from Mr. Gonzalez.
And coach wants a foul, and he does get it. It's 9.5 to go, and 1 foul shot should probably put this away, I would think, at this point.
Yeah, I would think at 9.5 seconds, the shadows are quite long on Rush-Henrietta's season at the moment in Jamestown. Looks like they're going to be marching on here and
even up the Section 5, Section 6 at a game apiece with 4 to go.
1-1, there you go. 1-1. Western New York basketball battle between 5 and 6. 4 more to go tomorrow.
You know, the biggest schools in New York State are in this, and he missed the first one. Biggest schools in New York State are in this bracket, so seeing a lot of talent through here. And you know, so Jamestown coming into Rochester and winning this one. Much different game than the last time they played. And they probably are going to get out of here with a 7. No good. And they will get a rebound up and in. And they will use their final timeout as it's a 5-point game with 2.7 to go. Can't take those timeouts with you, so.
Can't take them with you. You know, Coach Betts, an opportunity to coach them up a little more, maybe get some different guys in on the floor, maybe some seniors. We'll see.
Jamestown, red and green. Again, remember, they were in AA last year, moved up to AAA. I think they bounced back and forth a little bit. But remember, in Buffalo, there's only 3 teams in that AAA.
Yeah, that's the challenge, I think, for the Western New York schools is the schools downstate are big.
Yes,
when it comes
5,000
to AAA.
5,000,
So some of these teams are coming from Western New York at a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of enrollment numbers when it comes up there. But basketball, you can only play 5 guys at a time.
You
can. Jamestown's got a great 5.
And Jamestown has the experience.
Yep.
They have the experience. They've been in the Final Four.
Yep, they've been on the big stage before, and they've got a great player in Jaden Johnson. You've got a star. You've got great guard play. You've got a star. You've got adequate interior play. I mean, more than adequate. Farmer inside did a great job today against Bradford. And Jamestown is marching on.
69-64 for the second straight season. The red and green advance to the New York State Final Four. And what a job by Coach Miley. Took over for Ben Drake, and he's taken his team to back-to-back Final Fours.
Pretty good start to your varsity coaching career.
I'd
20
say.
years at JV. Does a great job with these kids. I got a chance to speak with them, as I mentioned, this week, and just really speaks very highly of the kids and of the hard work that these kids put in at the Jamestown team. And they've got a star in Jaden Johnson. They got a lot of pieces. They can play. Very versatile. You saw them. They can get into a track meet and win a track meet.
Yes.
They can play in the half
yes.
court.
Yes.
Good team. Good team. Fun to watch.
Well, remember, like I said, Jamestown's been there before. And again, the bracket is shaping up. Jamestown moving on to play 7:45 Thursday night at the Visions Veterans Arena. They'll face either Port Washington of Section 8 or Half Hollow Hills East of Section 11. That's a Long Island matchup, and they will get that. And the rest of the bracket will be determined tomorrow for the matchup. So once again, congratulations to the Jamestown Red and Green, defeating Rush-Henrietta tonight by a score of 69-64, and they are, for the second straight year, the Class AAA. Well, they were AA last year, but second straight year, they are regional champions, and they are moving back on to Binghamton. For our producer, director, Joel Belfazer, Spencer on the camera, Doug Kriego. Had fun, buddy.
Always fun.
Had fun.
Do it again tomorrow.
That's
what do you
it.
say?
We will do it tomorrow as Jamestown celebrating with their fans here.
Make your hotel reservations in Binghamton now, Jamestown fans.
You got to do it quick. It books up fast. Good thing we got ours for next week.
We got ours.
Just saying.
That's right.
Just saying. All right, for Doug Kriego, I'm Sam Schreier. Have yourselves a great night. You've been watching the NFHS Network.